Hello everybody, welcome back to Let's Play Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Trials and Tribulations. Last time we made it through Chapter 3, today we start Chapter 4, Turnabout Beginnings. Let's go. And also, once again, special thanks to Burning Earth Productions for a copy of this game on Steam. Back when I was having issues recording this game on console, he gifted me a copy of this, and I figured I might as well just finish up the game in the HD version. So yeah, final two trials are going to be in this version of the game. Let's go. The girl. Let her go. Shut up! Come closer, and I kill her! Sorry, but you're not going to get the chance. Is Phoenix in a hospital? I'm reading through the file of an old court case. It was the first case of my longtime mentor, Mia Fey. Terry Falls, kidnapping, murder, sentence, death penalty. Dude looks like a gang member. After escaping, Falls met and then murdered Sergeant Valerie Hawthorne, recaptured on Eagle Mountain about 8 hours after his escape. Her very first client was a death row inmate who had recently broken out of prison. That was a whole year before Mia and I ever met. "6 years earlier. Mia Fey, first trial. Ugh, I'm so nervous. I feel like I'm going to die. I never should have accepted this case. Eek! Good morning. Don't be so jumpy, Mia. I didn't do nothing. I swear. I didn't kill nobody. Terry Falls, my first client. Sentenced to death 5 years ago and now a prison escapee. Why does he have the ball and chain with him? One moment. Well, I think this is the same exact time I got interrupted last time. Wow. That's amazing. Just relax, Mia. Make small talk and try to relax him. So why did you escape anyway? I'm sorry. I didn't do nothing. I didn't kill nobody. I never lie. I didn't escape from nowhere. But Mr. Falls, the police just recaptured you 2 days ago. Sorry, I told a little lie. Oh boy. Anyway, I didn't do it. I never killed nobody. Sorry for asking, but you're on death row, right? I'm really sorry. They sentenced me to die 5 years ago, but I was tricked, I tell you. That woman, she lied in her testimony. That's why I got the death penalty. I swear it. I didn't kill her. I could never do that. 2 days ago, he escaped from the police wagon when it crashed. Then about 8 hours later, a policewoman was murdered before the police could recapture him. Police believe that Terry Falls did it. After you escaped, did you meet a policewoman? Yeah, I did. She's the reason I escaped. So that much is true. He did meet with the victim. But I didn't kill her. She was alive when I left. She was alive! It's true. I can trust him, right? I mean, I should. Ha. Uh-oh. Huh. Huh. Okay. You seem oddly familiar. You're not going to figure out the truth by just staring at the guy. You're... Why are you here? Came to see how our little kitten was doing all alone in the big scary lion's den. I thought maybe you'd like someone to play with. Where is Mr. Grossberg? Ha! That old man is probably still in bed. I bet he's clutching an empty bottle and mumbling in his sleep. Aren't I good enough? After all, it's me, Diego Armando. Oh my god, the last syllables of each were do. Huh. I didn't say. So, Diego Armando, the finest attorney at Grossberg Law Offices, is here for me? No. You've got it all wrong. Today, you're the finest. After all, it took an amazing amount of guts to take this case. Imagine, an escaped death row convict for a first client. Yeah, thanks. Sure wish I could get out of it, though. Ha, relax. I just heard some good news. The prosecutor for today is fresh out of his diapers as well. Really? However, unlike a certain somebody who I won't mention, he's earned the reputation as a genius since beginning his law career. Genius? Well, it's about time to head in, kitten. Sharpen those claws of yours, it's go time. The solitary confinement cell for the condemned must be the world's loneliest place. And that's what my client ran away from. Every other lawyer gave up on him, but not me. When I saw those overflowing eyes and heard that simple childlike voice, I just had the feeling that he was telling the truth. This is going to be interesting. Hey, this judge! Court is now in session for the trial of Terry Falls. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Huh. The prosecution has been ready for a while, Your Honor. I understand the lawyers for both sides are newcomers? Yes, Your Honor. I'm Mia Fey. Miles Edgeworth, Your Honor. So you're the new prosecutor everyone is talking about, eh? They say you joined the prosecutor's office at quite an early age. At 20, Your Honor. I guess her little kitten hasn't earned herself much of a reputation yet, huh? Come on, Mia. You can't lose. Not to someone younger than you. Young people running a trial. I'm not too sure how I feel about that, eh? Now then, the defendant in the case is currently a felon on death row. 2 days ago, he escaped from a police wagon. Is that correct? Precisely. The defendant is not on trial for escaping prison. On the day that the defendant escaped, a policewoman was murdered. So we're here to determine if Mr. Falls was responsible for her death? You got it, kitten. Well then, Mr. Edgeworth, let's hear your opening statement. Yes, Your Honor, it was 5 years ago. The defendant, Terry Falls, was sentenced to death in this very court. His crimes were kidnapping, extortion, and murder. The girl he threw off the bridge was only 14 years old. Truly horrible crime. I remember it well. There was no decisive evidence, so the trial was long and protracted. Oh no. Valerie shot the hostage and pinned the blame on him. That has to be where this is going. Correct. But in the end, what finally decided the case was a certain witness's testimony. A witness's testimony? Testimony of Detective Valerie Hawthorne, the person who confronted this criminal. She arrested Mr. Falls at the scene and later testified against him. She said she witnessed Mr. Falls throw his young victim into the river. For those who are not aware, Eagle River is well known for its powerful current. Most bodies that fall in are never recovered. So Miss Hawthorne's testimony was the one that put him away. That policewoman you just mentioned, that wouldn't be... Exactly, the victim. The same woman that was killed 2 days ago. Police Sergeant Valerie Hawthorne. Ah, I see. The man who was sentenced to death based on her testimony escaped 2 days ago. With only one thing on his mind. Take revenge against the woman who convicted him. The truth is becoming clear to me now. Huh? Yes. It's quite obvious that the defendant is guilty, eh? Yes, a little too early for that? Wait a minute, that's not right. At least hear the case before you decide on the outcome, Your Honor. Watch yourself, Miss Faye. I'm not sure I care for your word choice, or your tone of voice. Young people these days simply don't know how to respect their elders. Why, you're even younger than me, you hypocrite. Oh, wait, this is kind of important. Stabbed with a knife in the back, died from blood loss between 4 and 5. Stabbed in the back? Okay. Oh, no, yeah, that's the current thing, not what happened 5 years ago. Alright. Since the death 5 years ago, escaped from custody 2 days ago. Police officer and the victim, the key witness in the case against Falls 5 years ago. She was an officer at 18? Okay. Hotshot lawyer, senior, and rival at the office, a bit smug. Miles Edgeworth. Your HD portrait is a little rough. Dubbed a genius as soon as he started as a prosecutor. Today is his court debut. Alright. Now then, Mr. Edgeworth, please call your first witness. Call the detective who was in charge of the initial investigation of this case. Witness, state your name and occupation. Gumshoe. Dick Gumshoe. Homicide detective in charge of the case, sir. Well, they got promoted to the detective division half a year ago. I don't believe anyone asked you about that. Hey, ma'am. Any idea how much work it takes? What is it? You're really gorgeous. Oh my god. Not the time or place. Excuse me? No, seriously. My heart. It's aching for you. Detective, pull yourself together and try to be professional. Otherwise, I'll write you up on contempt so quickly that something other than your heart will ache. Okay, I got it. Now, detective, tell us about the incident, eh? Yes, sir. Right away. Victim. Sergeant Valerie Hawthorne, a veteran on police force. She was stabbed in the back with a knife and died from excessive blood loss. As much is already stated in the autopsy report. The court would like to hear more details about the incident itself. Yes, sir. I gotcha. Okay, let's take a look at this aerial map of the area here. This is a sketch of Dusky Bridge, an old suspension bridge. And the river that runs under there is Eagle River. Victim and the defendant met there, on top of the bridge. After stabbing her in the back, the killer carried the victim back to his car. He was recaptured at a police checkpoint as he was trying to make his getaway, sir. I see. Dusky Bridge map added. Was the victim's blood found on the bridge? Victim Sergeant Valerie Hawthorne was wearing a thick coat, sir. Fortunately, no traces of blood were found on the bridge. Mr. Edgeworth, I warn you that I absolutely despise conjecture. If there was no blood on the bridge, then you have no proof that they even met there. Your Honor, if you would listen to the testimony we have prepared, I'm sure you'll be convinced. The two of them most certainly didn't meet on the bridge that day. Why, Mr. Edgeworth? I'm not sure I like you wagging your finger at me as though I were some hoser. Detective, proceed with your testimony. Yes, sir. This judge is no nonsense compared to regular judge. Here we go, Mia. Hang on. Okay, now, listen carefully, kitten. One little mistake and this guy will drink you for morning tea. Trust me and get ready. Oh, so he was a tea drinker? One moment. Okay, summary of the incident. On the day of the incident, an unknown person phoned the sergeant and asked to meet. Sergeant Hawthorne went to Dusky Bridge at the designated time and met with Mr. Falls. And that's where she was brutally murdered, sir. The criminal stuffed her body into his car trunk and tried to make a getaway. Mr. Falls was arrested at a police checkpoint we set up at the base of the mountain. Well, you certainly have established the importance of the bridge. Naturally. Now, would the defense please hurry up and proceed with the cross-examination? Yes, Your Honor. Cross-examination coming right up. Hey, settle down there, kitten. If you keep trembling like that, you're going to make me spill my coffee. I'm not trembling. It's just cold in here. The courtroom can be a cold battlefield, all right. Especially for a beginner. I don't need you to worry about me. I mean, the defendant, the witness, everyone's a beginner in here. Ha! You got me there. But maybe you should keep your claws out and show them what you've got. Kitten. It's okay, Mia. Stay calm. Just remember those court procedure videos you stayed up all last night watching. Okay. No clue where to go with this. This just seems weird, though. Why was a police checkpoint set up? It certainly is some impressive police work. Well, no, actually it was way too close for comfort. We set up that checkpoint just after 5 p.m. I figured that Mr. Falls might just try to run. What do you mean it was too close for comfort? The two of them arranged to meet at 4:30 p.m. And it takes approximately 30 minutes to go from the bridge to the checkpoint. It was kind of close. Later, Mr. Falls could have slipped right by. Listen up, kitten. There's a big trap waiting for you in that testimony. There is? A trap? Walk into it carelessly and it'll leave more than just a flesh wound. Fun, huh? No, it's not. Well, if you want to have any chance at all, you'd better get some more information. If you're going to get caught in a trap, it's best to get caught early. You can always look for contradictions afterwards. Ever famous contradictions? I sure hope I can find some of those. Ever famous? Okay, well, let's just press on everything then. This unknown person, you have no idea who it might be, right? Sorry, I'm afraid I do. What? The one who called Sergeant Hawthorne was the defendant, Terry Falls. What? The defendant? The defendant called her? Sergeant Hawthorne was a very thorough person, sir. She left a note about her phone call Mr. Falls. A note? Yeah, a top secret memo that she left on her desk. Okay. Falls, 4:30 p.m. That bridge. Wear white scarf for identification. Talk to Dahlia. Tell her this time the whole truth must come out. According to this note, it seems the one who called her to the bridge was indeed the defendant, Terry Falls. Whose bright idea was it to keep that note from me? Looks like the judge is even more sure of his verdict now. Listen up. Never ask a question if you don't already know the answer. It's that detective's fault. He's the one that said unknown person. Hey now, don't make that face at me. I just said it that way because the prosecutor told me to. Was that a trap? That cute face, I didn't expect him to be so sneaky. Well, just press on everything then? A bridge up in the mountains? But why meet there? Because it is a very important place for the defendant, that's why. What do you mean by that? You remember, 5 years ago, the defendant kidnapped a young girl. He was chased onto a bridge. It was there that he killed his hostage. And the place where all of this occurred is, of course, Dusky Bridge. The very place where Sergeant Hawthorne arrested and handcuffed Mr. Falls. Ha! Returning to the scene of the crime. How nostalgic. So where she was brutally murdered. Was the body of the victim discovered right away? Yeah, you're really on the ball. Found the criminal within 1 hour of the murder. It was great. You got to say, don't move. Got you now, surrender, or surrender, or whatever. Wait a second, is there something weird about that? Location was a suspension bridge up in the mountains. So how did they find out about the crime so quickly? Sergeant Hawthorne must have mentioned the phone call to someone else, right? Ha! If that's what had happened, she wouldn't have been killed. She never mentioned the phone call from Mr. Falls, but she left a note on her desk about it. If only I had noticed it earlier, maybe she'd still be alive. Wonder why she didn't mention the phone call to anyone. She spoke to somebody named Dahlia. Let me just keep pressing. Mr. Falls had a car then? Well, that bridge is way up in the mountains, ma'am. The defendant and the victim both went up there by car. I mean, how else, right? What? You mean the defendant drove his own car? No, of course not. It was stolen. He stole it from a young couple that had been waiting at a red light. Car thieves. Not sure how I feel about car thieves. Is this guy sure about how he feels about anything? There's a photo of the stolen car's trunk. Naturally, that's the body of Valerie Hawthorne in there. Whoa, that doesn't look too comfortable. The victim, she was stabbed in the back, correct? Also, just... what is up with that lock? Yeah. Ha. For some reason, men always seem to get stabbed in the back. We're talking about a woman here. You can't tell from this photo, but the knife was stuck in her back nice and firm. The condition of the body when it was discovered is very important information. Detective, was there anything strange or noteworthy in the trunk of the car? It's a photo of the trunk, but I don't see anything strange. Do you? Anyway. What did the defendant have to say about this photo? Well, he always says, ma'am. I didn't do it. I didn't do nothing. That's all he says. Nothing? I wouldn't say he said, or he did nothing. At the very least, we know he stole a car. It's just what he always says, Your Honor. Then he always says, sorry. Told a little lie. Or something like that. Well, in any case, it seems he was caught and arrested. Precisely. Wait a minute. No, not that. That's what I'm looking at right now. Wear a white scarf for identification. She's not wearing a scarf. I feel like this is clutching at straws, but I don't know what else I can present to counter anything else. Witness. Oh no. Well, what is it? Do you have something to say, Miss Faye? I'm sorry, I totally forgot what— oh my god. First time I've ever had to actually address someone like that. Oh. Maybe I was right? I'm scared. You should have practiced before coming to court. Honestly, Miss Faye, I'm not sure I like this. Say there, little kitten. Want a piece of my coffee candy? Candy? Well, you're still too young to be drinking real coffee. She's... oh, they're not going to show me the age? Okay. Yeah. Come on, Mia. Shake it off. You're a lawyer. Okay. Detective. Yes, ma'am. This photo. You say that there was nothing peculiar about it. Is that correct? Yeah. That's what I said. Well then, I suggest you take another look at the note written by the victim. The note. It very clearly says, wear white scarf for identification. The caller must have forgotten that the victim looked like, or what the victim looked like, thus this special request. I have one very simple question for you, Detective. Where is the white scarf? I can't seem to find it in this photo. Well, to be honest, I didn't find it in the trunk, ma'am. And you stopped there? You should have looked for it. Got him. The caller told her to wear it to identify herself, so I'd expect she did just that. Well, Mr. Edgeworth, what do you have to say about this? See, the defense is a little lacking. The scarf you are searching so desperately for. Is it this one, perchance? Why were you not presenting any of this? Well, where'd you find that, sir? On Dusky Bridge. I was there first and decided to conduct my own investigation. Well, why? Why didn't you tell me? I made a decision to keep all pieces of evidence in my personal satchel. It's the safest place I know. And Hotshot sure has a flair for the dramatic. Says you. It's not exactly white, as the caller requested. But as you can see, it's close enough for what it was intended for. Looks like it spent some time in the mud. Not surprising, it was drizzling on the mountain that day. Prosecutor Edgeworth. He was intentionally hiding that scarf the whole time. The court will accept the scarf into evidence. Now if the attorney for the defense is finished, embarrassing herself. Well, one moment. Okay, nothing out of that. I'd like to move on with the testimony. That is alright with you, isn't it, Miss Faye? Boy, would I like to wrap this scarf around his smarmy little neck. Very good. Now if we're done with this mud-covered scarf business, the prosecution moves to establish conclusively and with hard evidence that Miss Hawthorne and Mr. Falls did indeed meet on that bridge that day. Further, we will show exactly what occurred there. It sounds quite promising. Can't wait to hear all about it. Oh, I'm sorry, about it. Arg, everything is moving at his whim. Don't forget, kitten. There's a reason why everyone considers this kid a genius. A genius, huh? In his own mind. Okay, actually, there's an eyewitness who was there when the incident took place. This photo was accidentally taken by the witness. Shows the Vic wearing the scarf, sir. It's drizzling that day, unfortunately. It's a little hard to see what's going on. Anyway, the criminal shoved the victim down from behind and stabbed her in the back. From behind. Okay, it must have been when the scarf fell off. On the suspension bridge. Okay, looking at this photo, you really get the sense that this bridge is very high up. It is about a 40-foot drop from the bridge to the Eagle River down below. Mr. Mr. Edgeworth, who took this photo anyway? Let's just say that it was a well-intentioned third party. Aha, potential witness. So why isn't this person in the courtroom? Well, they said they absolutely did not want to testify. The person in question is very delicate, Your Honor. Besides, as long as we have this photo, we see no reason to compel them to testify. That seems so shady. I'm not sure how I feel about that. I mean, hey, this judge might not be decisive, but he's not dumb. He is not dumb, I will give him that. Something seems off about that. So as you can see, Terry Falls had both the motive and the opportunity. I think it's quite clear at this point what happened on that bridge. Truth is coming clear to me now. Huh? Yes, it's quite obvious. He's clearly guilty. Okay, well, aside from jumping to conclusions. Not again, that's not fair. I haven't even done my cross-examination yet. What do you mean, Alright, events on Dusky Bridge. Can this judge replace the other one? Actually, there's an eyewitness who was there. I'm gonna pry. Who is this eyewitness? She's a college student. Oh no. Oh no. Really? We can't go one game without her. A female college student. That's right. Man, she's female. And a college student, ma'am. She doesn't do well in front of other people, so I came to testify for her. Maybe so, but as the attorney for the defense, I have the right to cross-examine her. For the time being, we're not relying on the witness's statements. That is all. What is that supposed to mean? Prosecution has other, more decisive evidence. The case doesn't rest on the vague testimony of a female college student. Female college student, eh? It means she's female and a college student. Sir, if you absolutely must hear her testimony, you'll have to give us a good reason why. Please tell us about the more decisive evidence in question. Accidentally taken, though? The victim is wearing a scarf in that photo, alright. So about the witness who took this photo. What was this person doing all the way in the mountains? She was taking photos of wildflowers, apparently. There are many unusual types of flora on that mountain, Miss Faye. People in the area say it's because of the spirits that live there. Spirits? Now you mention it, this photo. This cloudy fog-like thing. Is it a ghost? I don't believe it. No, Your Honor. No. I don't think it's a ghost. Drizzling that day, it's a little hard to see what's going on. Drizzling, huh? That's right. There was a light rain coming down. The whole place was dreary. But not as dreary as the mood that's in this courtroom right now. Yeah. Yeah. His face. Looks like a cold front just moved in. In any case, the point is that the area was quite damp. There was even some fog. I even slipped and fell while I was on the bridge. It's really something. Is that part of the witness's testimony as well? Of course it is. He pushed the victim hard in the back and she fell down right on her stomach. I remember that happening once myself. It was really brutal. What? What? Are you talking about seeing someone get pushed, or were you the one getting pushed? Or does it mean that you pushed someone down like that once? This mind-boggling tales and the way he said brutal, I wonder if he's Canadian. Okay. Save your nasty look for the right person. Huh? Take a look. Poor baby. The court record seems to have wet itself. Hey, watch where you spill your coffee. The court record, huh? Yeah, oh wow, he's just spelling it out for me. That is a... But I mean, I even noticed, like, they're facing each other, but he pushed her from behind? Eh. I'm still gonna press on everything. So in other words, there was a struggle between the criminal and the victim, huh? That's what the witness said. Well, looks like she didn't remember about the scarf. From what she said, sounded like a pretty violent fight, ma'am. The area was wet from rain. The bridge was probably wet too. Which would explain why the scarf was all covered in mud, but there's something about this testimony that's still bothering me. Heh. Talk about a surprise. Had no idea there was a photo. So what do I do? You really still believe him? Mr. Crybaby, I mean. Of course I do. So little kitten believes in fairy tales, huh? In that case, the answer is obvious. What you believe is the truth. And that means that somewhere hidden in that testimony is a contradiction. One huge contradiction waiting to be discovered. That's your chance. Yeah, cause... Oh my god, I almost thought I accidentally presented. I'm still not 100% used to these controls, even though I sped through everything, but... If that's the edge of where they were walking, if she were to even run away, where would she run to? She's at a dead end. Because... Yeah, the rock wall right there. Where's she gonna run to? I'm gonna present this here. I'm wrong. She's not sure. Ask me to confirm your facts. Sorry, this is my first time handling a case. Well, let's make it a memorable occasion with a penalty. Here, I thought he would go easy on me because I'm new. Okay, let me think this one through. Wait. He was given... He really was spelling it out for me. Let me just go back. Let me make sure. Court record seems to have wet itself. But why would I present that here? Because I did notice one thing. Like, we have the fact that, A, it's drizzling, but she's seemingly dry in the trunk of the car. I don't know. That one might be a stretch. I will... No, but even still, this statement doesn't bring up the fact about the rain. Try? Huh. Why would I present that there? Okay, so at the time of the crime there was a light drizzle coming down, correct? Drizzle, baby. Yeah, and fog too. Just a generally soggy atmosphere. Well, I have evidence that doesn't go with this soggy atmosphere. But this is a photo of the victim's body that was found in the car trunk. Considering the conditions at the scene of the crime, something isn't right. Well, by all means, please enlighten us as to what isn't right. What is it about this photo of the trunk that doesn't fit with the conditions that day? Oh, but she was wearing a hat. The mud? Actually, the answer is right. Oh, God. Okay. Bitter memories from this trial in it. This is truly a genius. Genius of sarcasm and wordplay. I am going to get destroyed here. It'll be as bitter as dark black coffee. Okay. I don't know what I would present to this. Oh, man. I kind of want a safety save, but I'm still like relatively early into this where it won't matter. Then it would be the trunk itself. Caution to the wind. Oh my God. Oh! She said that for everything else. I was... Okay. Alright, fine. I won't... I'm gonna have to, like, not skip through text at that capacity. I missed what all was said, but it was drizzling and foggy. Dusky bridge was all wet. The victim really had fallen down on her stomach on top of the bridge. Then the front of her coat should have been covered in mud. That's exactly right. The other day, I fell in a muddy street and my gorgeous playoff beard was befouled. Playoff beard? I do admit that the crime scene was quite wet that day. However, that doesn't mean that the top of the bridge itself was muddy. If Your Honor had fallen in the shower instead of on a muddy street, your glorious hockey beard, pride of the legal league, would be wet, but not muddy. Fortunately, I have yet to test that. Still, your point is well taken. They proved that the surface of the bridge was muddy that day. The surface of the bridge? Huh. Ha. A real man wouldn't stand for a taunt like this. Neither would a real woman. Of course I can. Here's the evidence that proves the surface of the bridge was muddy. Yeah. The evidence is this scarf. Ah. It should be obvious. If the scarf fell into the bridge and got this muddy, it means that the bridge was obviously covered in mud. No, I can't be outwitted by this novice. Wow. Edgeworth. Mia, punch him, please. This novice bimbo. Hey, same to you, buddy. No, he's not a himbo. He's just... If anything, Edgeworth would be a twink. This phase assertion makes perfect sense to me. I do admit that there appears to be a contradiction between the condition of the victim's coat and her scarf. However, the real question is, why is there a contradiction? Huh? For every contradiction, there exists an explanation. Let's look at what the explanation in this case may be, shall we? Alright. It's not like he's really giving me a choice here. Ha. You're doing pretty well for a little kitten. Mr. Armando. No matter what he says, a contradiction always comes down to a lie. It's either the victim discovered in the trunk, the witness's photo showing the defendant and the victim, or the witness's testimony that stated she saw the moment of the murder. Just relax and think it over. It's pretty simple, isn't it? The false evidence. It's one of those three. What you said just now, I'm not sure I like that. That wasn't me, Your Honor. It was the coffee aficionado over here that said it. This court is not in the habit of accepting false evidence, you know. Blame it on him, Your Honor. He's the one trying to slip false evidence into court. But we won't let him. We'll expose his evidence as the flimsy scam it really is. Yes! The false evidence in this case is the... Ooh. This is the only thing. It is a no-brainer. Obviously, it's the witness that's suspicious. During his earlier testimony, the detective pointed out a crucial fact. The criminal shoved the victim down from behind and stabbed her in the back. Now, is that testimony exactly what the witness claims to have seen? Because, I mean, the pictures weren't doctored, so... yeah, that was the only option. Yeah, that's what the witness told us. That testimony is filled with holes. After all, the victim's coat isn't dirty at all. That's true. It's not just true. It's the truth. If there was a truly decisive witness in this case, I'm certain that boy wonder over there would have called them in the first place. Your Honor, the defense requests to cross-examine the eyewitness. The testimony presented so far is not only vague, but contradictory as well. Well, Mr. Edgeworth, it appears that we'll need to hear from your mystery witness after all. You should brace yourself for the brutal truth. Your Honor, the prosecution has no intention of hiding the witness from the court. We are prepared to present our witness at any time. Very well. Please bring forth your witness at this time. What Mr. Edgeworth said kind of worries me. What does he mean by the brutal truth? Not sure I like the sound of this. Now let's proceed with the testimony. Mr. Edgeworth, please go right ahead. Thank you, Your Honor. The prosecution summons the woman who saw the events that day with her very own eyes. This is it, Mia. The battle begins here. Please, no. Witness, what is your name and occupation? Oh. 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 Wow. Oh. I thought it was about to be Lotta, college student, taking pictures. And her last name. Oh my God. Oh. And her hatred of Mia and... oh my God. Well, it's all coming together. Everyone is so silent that I can hear their hearts going pitter-patter. Oh. When I look at you, how can I put it? You look as scrumptious as a double-double with a dozen donut... as a double-double with a dozen donut holes from Timmy's, eh? I feel like I want to hurry up and hand down a verdict just to have a bite. Hey, not so fast. As I said before, this witness is very sensitive and delicate. Oh my freaking God. Oh my god. Would ask the court to please exercise care when addressing her. Yes, indeed. Thank you, Mr. Edgeworth. You are a true gentleman. Miss Fay, you could learn a lot from this man. If he's such a gentleman, he sure doesn't act like one to me.
Sir?
Hey, yes, my dear?
This is my first time, so I'm sure I'll make a lot of mistakes. Anyway, I just wanted to say I'm sorry for all the trouble I might cause.
Not at all. It's no trouble at all. Now then, may we please have your name and occupation?
My name is,
You're lying. Oh my god. Oh my god. So that was her sister.
Melissa Foster. I'm a college student, a freshman in the literature department. It's not going to give me a degree, a job once I graduate, but I still took it just so I can say I'm a college student.
You're on the scene when the unfortunate event occurred, correct? And you were the one who took this photo. Is that accurate? Are they really gonna use? I hate her. I hate her. Oh my god.
How can you be so mean?
Now see here. What are you doing shoving that in her face like that?
Huh?
But it's just a photograph. It's not like it's something dangerous. Next time I'll be forced to penalize you. Uh-oh. I don't like the turn this is taking. Is she staring at me?
And you would be?
Huh? I'm the defense attorney. My name is Mia Fay.
I see. So you are...
Now then, young lady, could you please give us your testimony?
Yes, Your Honor. I'll do my best. Rarely I will. I was using my camera to take some pictures of wildflowers. Then I noticed there were two people standing up on the suspension bridge. Suddenly they just started fighting. That's when I heard and took the photo that shows the crucial moment. And right after that I called the police.
By the way, where were you standing when the incident occurred?
I believe the map would be of help here. I was standing right over here. I was standing in the beautiful fields right by tall cliffs.
So you took the photo from that location, eh?
I brought the camera I was using at the time, just like Mr. Edgeworth asked me to.
Oh, what a cute camera, just like its owner. Small but powerful model. Melissa Okay. Alright then, Miss Fay. Time for your cross-examination. But I warn you, make the witness cry again and you'll feel the wrath of my gavel. It looks like pressing harder might be trouble. Did you say wildflowers?
Yes, the mountain is famous for its beautiful spring wildflowers.
But it's only February.
Well, I couldn't wait for spring to come.
Oh, I know just how you feel. It's just like when I first started growing this glorious beard of mine. I just couldn't wait, so I wore a dyed blonde Santa beard until mine grew in properly. Would you mind if we got back to the facts of the case, Your Honor? Was there anything strange about the two of them?
I'm a bad girl. I know I am. It looked like they were having a really serious conversation up there. So I decided to watch them, like some kind of peeping Tom.
Oh, not at all. Everyone is like that. I love watching other people fight too. In fact, I can't get enough of it. Actually, that's why I took this job in the first place. Too much info, Your Honor. In any case, it's perfectly natural for you to have kept watching them. Especially dressed as they were.
Well, anyway, I was watching them very closely.
Do you have any idea what they were fighting about?
No, I have no idea. Why do you ask that?
Well, I just thought that maybe you overheard what they said.
I would never eavesdrop. I've got more class than that.
That's right, Miss Faye. Don't drag the witness down to your level. There. Hurried and took the photo. Why'd you take a photo?
Well, the two of them were really going at it. Ever since I was a little girl, I always wanted to be a news reporter. I guess that part of me just kind of took over.
Smells like a lie to me. Yes, I understand completely. Even now, I can't completely abandon my boyhood dreams. I still use my grandson to test my comedy routines on. So you wanted to be a comedian, huh? Not that it has any bearing on this.
All I could do was to use my camera. So I took the photo of the crucial moment and gave it to the police.
You called the police?
Yes, because it looked to me like the murderer was going to try to escape.
You're already moving before the call even came in. Thanks to the victim's note, we had already started our operation. That was certainly tough luck for the criminal, eh? Terry Falls isn't the criminal. And there must be something strange in that girl's testimony. Be careful, kitten. The girl is the judge wrapped right around her little finger. You're going to have a tough time poking holes in that testimony of hers. You're going to have to come up with something really good, Mia. Took a photo of that crucial moment. Wow. Is it the fact that they weren't really fighting, they were just standing there? Because the crucial moment we have is that she was pushed from the back, but they were facing each other. Safety save. Oh, wrong thing. Okay. I will give it a shot. Witness, when you said you took a photo of the crucial moment, is this what you meant? Yeah, I was right. All I can see in this photo are two people facing each other. You testified that you saw the two of them starting to fight. Normally, that's the kind of thing we would refer to as a crucial moment. Why haven't you presented a photo like that?
Well, you see,
the photo we presented was the only one there was. But if you really wanted to capture the crucial moment, then what happened next? You must have taken a photo of it. Oh. My apologies, young lady. But Miss Faye's assertion is not without a certain amount of merit. He can certainly downplay a situation, can he?
I'm sorry. A very bad girl. I used it all up. The film, I mean.
You ran out of film?
This photo was the last one.
What? Unfortunately, that is the truth. I personally examined all of the photographs she took that day. All the other photos are of the witness herself, playing among the wildflowers. The witness herself? And who took the photos? Oh. The note told Dahlia where to be. Oh. Huh.
Well, you see, my camera has a timer feature built into it.
So you took photos of yourself? I remember taking some photos of myself once too. Please, no details. Seems that Miss Faye's assertion was not so decisive after all.
Wait, just a minute.
Well, if she had no film left, she couldn't very well take more pictures, eh?
Miss Foster, perhaps then you could tell us about a different sort of photo. Photos of the incident that you took with your very own eyes. Mr. Edgeworth, you're quite the poet.
Very well then, let's get back to the cross-examination. Let's hear your thoughts on the fight that you witnessed.
Yes, Mr. Judge.
Boy, this guy is really a sucker for sweet talk. Ha! Looks like the other kitten in the room is the one that's getting all the attention. Yeah, it's sickening.
I was using my camera to take some pictures of wildflowers, and I noticed there were two people standing up on the suspension bridge, so they just started fighting. The victim turned around and tried to run away, but she only got about 10 yards before she was stabbed in the back.
Where is she running to? The victim. Why do you think she tried to run away? With her police training, she certainly knew better than to turn her back on a criminal. This was a large, powerful man with a knife. If it had been a quaggy woman like you, I'm sure she would have acted differently. What is that word? I'm not familiar with it. Quaggy? Why you? If it had been me, I probably would have jumped into the river. There's still something wrong with this testimony. She only got about 10 yards before she was stabbed in the back. No, because if that distance is 5 yards... Oh, there's multiple things this could be. So you're saying Sergeant Hawthorne wasn't able to get away from him?
Well, it's a narrow bridge and it was swaying back and forth. If you ask me, both of them were in danger of falling off. I only wish I could have done something to help her.
That seems to make sense. Wonder about that. Something seems kind of off. Ha, does it now? You have a good sixth sense. When you feel that something's off, that's when you need to figure out why. If Terry Falls isn't the criminal, then there must be something strange in that girl's testimony. Be careful, kitten. That girl's the judge wrapped around her little finger. I have a tough time poking holes in testimony. You're going to come up with something good, my... Okay. I'm going to present... Because A, what was she running to? And B, 10 yards. Witness, your testimony is a joke.
Huh? What? But I just...
Miss Faye, I thought I warned you not to make the witness cry. One short testimony and two bad contradictions. There's no possible excuse. You say there were 2 contradictions? It's simple. Just take a look at the diagram of the area. Oh wow, did I call them both? According to her testimony, the 2 of them were in the middle of the bridge. But if they were, and the victim had turned around and tried to run, well then, she would have hit a dead end. You said 10 yards, but she couldn't have run even 5. Because Dusky Bridge is collapsed on that side. Ooh, what does all this mean? It's very simple, Your Honor. This charming little witness told a charming little lie. That's all there is to it. This beautiful young lady has been lying to the court? Just a moment, Your Honor. Mr. Edgeworth. Your Honor, allow me to personally apologize for the confusion. What do you mean? There's one major mistake in this diagram. What did you say? What are you referring to? It's all because this diagram was made after the incident occurred. It's a very old bridge. We couldn't find any official blueprints of it. So you're saying... I'm saying that even though this bridge is currently in disrepair, there's no evidence that can prove that the bridge was broken during the incident. That's ridiculous. You can actually tell the condition of the bridge from this photo. I apologize to the court for not being more clear when I presented the evidence. Ha, that guy is good. Huh? What do you mean? He planned it from the beginning. He's a genius, all right. The diagram of the bridge was his insurance policy. What? That coward. Well, Miss Faye, it seems you've once again made a reckless accusation.
I'm so sorry. I should have been more careful myself.
No, it wasn't your fault at all. Now then, shall we go on with the trial? I'd like to establish once and for all what it was that the witness actually saw. Indeed. All right, young lady. May I ask you to please proceed with your testimony?
But it's so hard to go on.
We're all on your side, Miss Foster. There's no need to worry. Just tell us what you saw.
Yes, sir. After he stabbed her in the back, he quickly picked her up in his arms.
One moment. Alright, back.
Then he carried her over to the car. Suppose that was the only way he could make it, or make sure the body stayed hidden. He couldn't just leave the body on top of the bridge. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm only supposed to talk about what I saw.
Witnessing such violence must have been difficult.
Yes, sir. I'm still shaken up.
What she saw. Got it. Okay. Easy. If he accepts his testimony as it is, we're finished.
Don't say that.
Oh well. Maybe I'll stop off at my favorite cafe on the way home. They make a really great mocha latte. This trial isn't over yet. Ah, that's what I like to hear. Alright, Miss Faye, your cross-examination, if you please. Contradiction is staring you right in the face, Mia. Go on the attack. Yeah. I'm definitely going to present that. It's just a matter of where. That she could have seen. That she could not have seen. Conjecture. Conjecture. And you're absolutely certain that it was my client who was carrying the body.
Well, he was wearing a prisoner's uniform, but as for his face...
So you're saying you didn't get a clear look at his face?
Well, they were far away and it was raining as well. I thought I was only supposed to say exactly what I saw.
Excellent. You're a remarkably honest young woman. Something about this testimony is bothering me, but what? Hey, kitten. Have you ever put salt in your coffee?
No, why would I?
Why not? Huh? May actually go better with coffee than sugar, right? Listen, my point is if you're not sure, you might as well add a ton of salt to it. It might bring out the rust in something, like a piece of evidence. He's right, Mia. Go present something. You've got nothing to lose. Beside a penalty. By the way, I wouldn't put salt in my coffee. The two don't go well, after all. You personally witnessed that?
Yes.
Did anything strange happen when he did that?
Well, I don't know if you'd call it strange or not, but that's when the victim's scarf fell off.
You mean this scarf? Her words match what we found at the scene. I don't see any problem. We got her. What? No, it... Pointer fingers are made for pointing. Wow, alright. They did this. They drew first blood. Safety save. Fine. I fear we could do that and, like, establish the fact that she's saying, oh, I saw what I see. And even when you press on the card thing, it's like, are you sure you witnessed that? Wait. No. No, from where she was standing, there was a cliff there. She couldn't see. Okay. Alright, I'm mad about this one. I'm mad about this one. Okay, one moment. Okay, maybe I have to get her on the fact that it's a 40-foot drop. So just dropping the body into the river would have been a more effective way of keeping the body hidden? Huh. Alright. A killer not wanting his victim to be found, I can understand that. However, the idea of moving the body for that purpose is clearly odd. There was a much easier way to make sure the body wasn't found. Well, what is it? Take another look at the map of the area and you'll see how. There's a river right below the bridge. Earlier, Mr. Edgeworth pointed out something interesting about the river. For those who are not aware, Eagle River is well known for its powerful current. Most bodies that fall in are never recovered. Ah. In the kidnapping case 5 years ago, the victim's body was carried away and never found. They said the victim was 14. Oh, this is... What? If 10 murders were to occur at that same spot above the Eagle River, you can bet your boots that every other killer would have tossed a body in the water. Order, eh? I'm not sure if I care for the way you put that, Miss Fay. But I must admit it does seem odd not to have thrown the body into the river. Oh. Well, Mr. Edgeworth. How sad. Perhaps Miss Fay would do well to try taking a dip in the river herself. After all, you claim to be such an expert in the ways of nature. What are you talking about? My point is that no matter how odd you may find the killer's method of body disposal, the fact is that this is what the killer did. None of your arguments have anything to do with what the witness saw. Quite true. But I can poke a hole in that if y'all let me. Miss Fay, it seems your assertion is without merit after all. But what the witness claims to have seen is totally ridiculous. Surely you can't deny that the body was found in the trunk of the car. It's certainly consistent with what the witness has told us. Ugh. Please, witness, go on with your testimony.
I'll try.
All you have to do is tell us only what you saw. Otherwise, the mean lady might yell at you again. Who is he talking about?
Alright, I'll do my best.
After he stabbed her in the back, he quickly picked her up in his arms, carried her over to the car. Killer broke into the trunk of the stolen car and hit the body there. You liar! What did the man do then?
Well, naturally, he got in the car and was about to flee. That's when I came to my senses. I said to myself, you have to call the police.
And so that's when you called the police? You're sure that you saw all that with your own eyes?
Yes, I'm 100% certain.
You're a liar, but because this game likes to throw some stuff at me. Oh, wrong button. Now can I present this? Wrong button. Well, Miss Foster, it looks like you've done it this time.
Done what?
Made a crucial mistake. A crucial mistake? Like what, Miss Faye? The killer broke into the trunk of the stolen car and hid the body in there. You're saying you saw that, right? With your very own eyes?
Yes, and?
It's simple, Miss Foster. Take a look at the diagram. The place you claim to have taken the photo from that day is here. Do you see what I mean? Even if you tried to see the car, this outcropping of rock is directly in the way. Got her. That's right, Miss Foster. From where you were standing, you could not have possibly seen the killer's car. I admit that the diagram shows a large outcropping of rock. However, it isn't so tall that it would stop her from seeing the car.
That's right. It's not high at all. I was able to see his car just fine.
I'm so sorry, but that just doesn't wash. I believe it was the witness who presented this as evidence to the court, yes? This is the location that the photo was taken from. Your own photo tells the whole story. You can clearly see the left side of the bridge, but the outcropping that is being referred to is really more like a cliff. Ah. Your view should have been completely cut off by this cliff. But still you claim to have been able to see the killer's car. Got her. Order in the court. What's the meaning of all this ballyhoo? And pyro? Your Honor, don't jump to any hasty conclusions. The fact that the escapee fled in the stolen car was reported on the news. After witnessing a murder, I'm sure you can appreciate that the witness was very upset. She must have heard about the stolen car and convinced herself that she saw it. But she was repeatedly warned before starting her testimony. She was told to testify only about what she saw with her own eyes. Oh.
Mr. Judge?
What is it?
I think I must have remembered things wrong.
Hey, wait a minute. You can't just say that. Miss Faye, no one on the face of this planet is perfect. Yes, indeed. Quite true. You know what they say. To err is human, to forgive divine. I'm inclined to give the benefit of the doubt to our witness here.
What? That's not fair.
Save the tears for later, kitten. Mr. Armando, don't look back until the trial is over. Now's the time to go forward.
But that wasn't fair.
Okay, kitten. You need to relax. You need to remember the other kitten's testimony. Killer broke into the trunk of the stolen car and hid the body in there. So tell me, how does she know that? How does she know that he broke into the trunk? Aha. Well, Miss Foster, till you can explain how you knew that, you're going to have a lot of very suspicious people on this side of the courtroom. Well, witness?
Well, I'm certain that he broke into the trunk because there were marks left on the trunk lid. I'm certain there were scratch marks from where he broke into it.
What? Well, let me see that photo. How would she know that? It's true. These certainly look like scratch marks around the keyhole. It's obvious that this trunk has been broken open. Well, Miss Faye, are you satisfied? The judge is on her side. I can't make any mistakes here. Insurance. But she just said, is there a contradiction in there somewhere? I mean, I'm still stuck on how she would have even seen that. Because this was presented to the court today. Melissa Foster, it looks like you finally betrayed yourself.
What?
You said you were in a field taking photos of wildflowers, but even so, you knew about the scratches. The question is when? When did you get a chance to see those scratches? Finally. I finally got her. Ah, I'm getting pretty tired of waiting over here. And perhaps it would be faster if Miss Fay explained herself. Your Honor, there's only one possible explanation. The reason the witness had seen the scratches was... No. No. This has to be it. There's only one way that the witness had the chance to see those scratches. Yes? What is it? Naturally, when she opened the trunk and stuffed the corpse in herself. The person who really hid the body in the trunk of that car was... Melissa Foster. It was you that did it, wasn't it?
That's ridiculous. I could never. It was the man in the prison garb. He's the one that...
I don't think so, Miss Foster. If Mr. Falls had been the one that put the corpse in the trunk, he would have simply used the car key. There's no need to break it open. Good point.
But he stole the car.
He stole it from a young couple that had been waiting at a red light, which means that the key would have still been in the ignition.
Oh, I see.
Thank you for telling us about the scratches, Miss Foster. Without that, we never would have uncovered the truth. That it couldn't have been Mr. Falls that put the body in the trunk. Preposterous to even suggest that the witness put the body in there. If that were true, then how do you explain the photo that she took? The corpse could only have been put in the trunk when the incident occurred. Got it. But I'm also going to safety save because that's what I do. And we already know that at the time she was taking photographs. Now's your chance, Mia. Finish this thing. On the contrary, I'm not so certain about that anymore, Mr. Edgeworth. There's no need to think too deeply about it. What I'm saying is the shutter for this may not have been pushed by Miss Foster herself because it has a timer function. Let's take another look at this camera and see what features it has, shall we? It has a timer built into it, even a mini tripod. Why, it's almost as if she had brought this camera just to take this picture. What are you trying to say then, Miss Fay? That when the crime occurred, Miss Foster wasn't in the field as she claimed? Well, if she really did use the camera's auto timer, then the answer is yes, she was somewhere else. Exactly, she was not in the field. Will the defense please explain further? Listen, this is a crucial point. Where was Miss Foster when the incident occurred? Answering that question will also make clear Miss Foster's true identity. Well then, please answer this question. Where is Melissa Foster when the incident on the bridge occurred? It had to be here? Because I was gonna say maybe she was dressed up. Yeah, dressed up like the victim. But then that wouldn't make sense. She was somewhere over here, more than likely. Actually, the witness was standing right here. Well, what do you think, Mr. Edgeworth? Before pointing out where the witness was standing, Miss Fay should do something herself. Should figure out where she stands, if you catch my drift. Oh, don't worry. The drift was certainly caught. Yes, failure is an excellent opportunity for growth. Now try better. Oh, screw you. Okay, give me a moment. Actually, this does make more sense. Because she knows where the camera would have been pointed at directly. She was dressed as the victim. It's right here. But that's where the victim, Miss Hawthorne, was standing. Order! Order, order! Miss Fay, what on earth? Your Honor, if I may. After parting with the victim on the bridge, the defendant fled by car. But this would mean that there was no time to put the victim in the trunk. In other words, if someone put the body in the trunk, it can only have been before the defendant met the victim. Wait. Oh, this is... okay. How asinine. Of course Mr. Falls met with the victim. The only person with the opportunity to have put the victim in the trunk is the same man that killed her, Terry Falls. You still don't understand, do you, Mr. Edgeworth? By the time the witness's photo was taken, the victim was already dead. The person in the photo was not Valerie Hawthorne. What? I never heard anything more ridiculous in my entire life. Who exactly is the victim in this photo? It's obvious, isn't it? It's your own witness. What? It's the only possible explanation. The woman that Mr. Falls met on the bridge that day was not Valerie Hawthorne. It was you, Melissa Foster.
Me?
Just remember that it was raining and foggy on the mountain that day. Mr. Falls himself believed that the woman in front of him was Valerie Hawthorne. But the defendant knew Valerie Hawthorne very well. After all, she was the woman whose testimony helped to get him convicted. But since then, my client has spent 5 hard years in the federal penitentiary. He couldn't remember exactly what she looked like anymore. You're just making this up as you go along. Where's your proof? I've got it all right here. This piece of evidence will blow this whole case wide open. At the time of the incident, Mr. Falls had forgotten what Valerie Hawthorne looked like. Because to wear that for identification. Mr. Falls had forgotten the victim's face. That's why he needed some piece of identification, namely this muddy scarf. It was Mr. Falls who requested that she wear the scarf to identify herself. That's already been proven by the note the victim left. In other words, as long as you were wearing a scarf like he asked, anyone could have pretended to be Valerie Hawthorne. Well, what do you have to say to that, Melissa Foster? Did she faint? Where's Miss Foster? One moment. Okay, hopefully they won't be too loud in the next room over. She's collecting herself in the lobby. It's obvious that Melissa Foster did it. She hid the body in the trunk and disguised herself as the victim. She set up the camera to snap a fake photo of them together. The only question is, why did she do it? Well, isn't that obvious? She's the real culprit. Ha. Well, we'll have to wait for Miss Foster to compose herself before we start again. Till then, this court is in recess. The defense and the prosecution are both to wait in their respective lobbies. Yes, Your Honor. Understood. Very well. This court is in recess. Well, that's an abrupt end. I know all about that, so yeah, I'm going to abruptly end things now by saying thank you all for watching. Have a great day and see you next time for some more Let's Play Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Trials and Tribulations. I guess we're not going into investigation time just yet. So let's see where this goes. So this is what they were alluding to back in the first trial. Some major stuff goes down in this one, huh? All right then. Goodbye.